with another fucking man of the street, man of the people. Dude, back from the land of ire.
Yeah.
That's crazy, all over the fucking world.
The land of ire.
Yeah, dude. What is it like in the land of leprechauns and...
You still got unicorns and shit over there too, huh?
That shit was wild.
Yeah?
That was absolutely... That was one of the craziest things I've ever done. I'm still very emotional because it was a very strong... it was a very arduous task.
Yeah.
So I will say that the cliffs are beautiful. Cliffs is more... Where
Dude,
they,
that shit looks crazy.
Where they did... Princess Bride. That was beautiful. And I was on like a boat, like just fucking like going like because it was all foggy. We had some of the people on. It was like 100-something people on that boat. Some of them were a little older, so they probably shouldn't have been.
Yeah, probably not a great idea.
You're like, he probably came with the boat. That guy. He's so old. You were here when the boat got put in the water, yeah?
Usually, yeah.
I was born on this boat.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Did my boat right there. Did my boat. All right, that's his boat.
That's his boat for sure. Yeah.
They call him Boat.
My name Boat.
Yeah. What you do? Boat. I'm Boat. That's pretty much what I do.
It was that moment that Lieutenant Dan made his peace with God.
Dude. Is that one of the things they tell you where you were at? Is like, yo, this is where Princess Bride was done?
Yeah, so we had a fixer. His name was Patty. Awesome guy.
Of course his name was Patty.
Big Irish dude, long hair, just beard, nice, sweet old gentleman. Looked like like an old professor, like old college professor, like a literature professor in an old movie, you know? Like, had the accent and everything. But so he was with us, so he'd tell us shit while we were going places. Like, he brought up leprechauns, and like Patty told me that he'd fixed for something for Michael Jackson back in the day. And so one of the dudes like Michael was like, "Oh, I need to see a leprechaun." And they're like, and he's like, "No, really, I'm Michael Jackson. I will see a leprechaun."
Like, make
so
it
they
happen.
hired like a small guy to like hide behind a fence, and while they were walking, they dressed him up in the leprechaun garb, and he took off. And they're like, "Michael, you see it?" And he just like hauled ass.
He's like, "You just did it. It was real close."
That's like. Have you ever seen the video of him of them taking him to a grocery store for the first time?
No.
Have you ever seen this?
I have not. No.
Dude, they rent out a grocery. He's like, "I want to go to a grocery store," you know. And so they rent out an entire.
What is it? French? How do you say it?
Grocery. But they like rent it out, and they put like his friends and family as like the workers there, like stocking shelves and like fake people like shopping the aisles and shit like that. And he's like walking around, he's like picking up apples. He's like, "Oh my goodness, I've never seen anything like it's like the craziest fucking shit."
It's a special.
Like straight up.
It's a whole
if you hear him talk, he's like, they put my friends as the workers. It was really nice. Like he's like really talking like
I employed a whole town.
Yeah, it is wild.
What an insane human.
But I mean, like you think about it, like he's never been. Even from when he was a kid, he was never normal.
He is the epitome of all things stardom and show business. If you start immediately.
Yeah. Whoa, who the fuck is that?
Yeah, so
maybe it's a body double, so they think he's somewhere else, so he can go.
No, that's him.
No, I'm sure that's him, but the dude in the makeup,
that's him. They're doing that, I think, so he can sneak into.
He's not even that well convinced. Like
no. This is what I'm talking about. They like rented this grocery store out, and put a bunch of fake people in, or fake people, but if you listen to him talking,
but his disguise looks just like him. It looks like him, but not exaggerated.
Not this one. The other one.
I'm like, "Hey, Michael, maybe we go in a different direction."
Yeah, he's Michael. He's like, "Oh my God, you know it's me."
Yeah, how could you tell?
No shit.
Hey, he's like trying to help with the shelf, and he's like, "Do I say something?"
It's so wild, dude.
Hey guys, you can talk to me, Greg. It's just me, Michael.
It's crazy, dude. But yeah, I mean, when you think about how young he was when he became famous, and like how much his life was changed at that young age, he never had experience.
He never had a normal life.
You know, long legs just happened.
Yeah.
You know who could do Michael now that kind of would look like a long legs version of Michael? Keanu Reeves could pull this off if they really make up his face and made him look really weird. Yeah, he has. Keanu already dresses like this.
Why's he got a glove on? Oh,
that's fair.
That's why he's got.
He has what?
Yeah, that's
imagine stalking a shelf and you're like, is that fucking Michael Jackson? Yeah, dude, that's wild, dude.
Yeah, it's insane.
You can't even.
Hey, I'm on these. He's picking up. That's me. Wonder if they had to make sure to make it actually like a normal experience. They probably had to remove all the magazines that had his face on it.
It's crazy. Dude. It's crazy.
Was that him?
No, it was a lady. Well, it was someone else. It was a different.
Yeah, it's crazy shit, dude.
I mean, nothing. Is there a normal thing to him?
No, I don't think there's any. Look, he's in somebody else's cart right now, just like, wow, what you got in here?
Ma'am, I like this cart.
Like, wow, where'd you get those? Straight, I mean, like, just picking another person's
wow,
cart.
This is sick. You got a hat? I didn't get a hat.
What's happening, dude? What is happening? This is straight chaos.
I like this hat. I'm taking
this
hat.
is like when, like the rich bit where it's like, how much is a gallon of milk? Here's $200. Like, this is that's what this is. You know what I mean? Like,
he goes, did you like this aisle? I could get you this aisle.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, if Michael wants to
see look how happy he is, though.
Yeah.
He's just throwing shit down the aisles, bro.
Obviously, this guy gets to just have a man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They're making a Sunday on his head. Oh, Lord.
Crazy.
You got to think, though, like, literally, you can go anywhere in the world, and it can become your playground in that spot. That's how rich you are. Yeah. No matter where you're at. Yeah. You could be like, you could be hanging out with the Pope, and you're like, I like your room, and we're going to paint it today.
And say even more rich.
That's what the Pope says right there.
I just work. That's what I was working for.
Yeah.
That guy got to have whatever life he wanted, But
it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy, dude.
For him, it's all a publicity stunt. But Mark, the guy we were shooting, he's just rich, so he got to do it.
It's wild.
Yeah,
that's Macaulay Culkin with him. Have you seen what's been going on with Corey Feldman?
He's doing some guitar solos.
He basically dresses exactly how Michael is dressing right here, and he's on tour doing music.
No, really?
Yeah, he's had a band for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he must have been pretty smart with his money, because
I'm sure he was
able to do a lot of stuff that you're like, I didn't know you'd still have money.
Yeah.
Because you were a kid actor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some of them were set up right financially and learned the right. But still, to have that insane of an existence from that, like, that's why when even still people may ask about Isaac and all, and I'm like, no, like, I mean, we do our fun little things and I take pictures of him, but it's that level of existence just isn't.
You're like, I just have famous podcaster friends that like, are his uncles, cool. Not a big deal, nothing huge.
Yeah.
Yet.
But that's keep that under wraps for sure. Yeah, which I completely get. It's really weird in this like time, like the time that we're in, to have the social media around and like the school. It's just all so different, man.
Do you think now you could ever be as big as he was then?
Yes.
You think there's somebody now that can be that big?
Mr. Beast. He's not a musician, but he does whatever the fuck he wants with his money.
Sure.
And is insane.
I feel like Drake's also kind of on that level.
There's lots of people that still do that.
I don't know if Drake's quite
this particular existence.
I was
there will never be
that.
Another Michael Jackson. That story has happened. True, but people in other existences that are just as zany.
I was gonna say, you said Drake, you said Mr. Beast. I was gonna say like Taylor Swift's in that era.
Yeah, I would agree. True. I would agree.
Like Taylor Swift, I think is bigger than when Madonna was at her peak.
I could argue,
like for the whatever.
Mm-hmm. There's also more humans now.
Yeah, it's crazy, but it's also like so different of a time. Like I feel like it was more raw back then, and like now it's more like, depending on what the thing. Like Taylor Swift for sure is more like rounded.
Yeah,
not as sharp. It's not gonna be like, yo, you're gonna see one of my titties out at this show.
Yeah.
You know, like Madonna had the cones, and she was like hanging out with Prince.
It's very different.
Yeah, it's like.
You still have that. I guess you could argue that. I mean, I'm not a fan of her music really, but even like JoJo Siwa, she's pretty wild and out there, and there is that.
She's the first gay pop star. Did you know that?
The first one ever.
Ever.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
If you talk to her,
she's 12, so I'm sure.
If you talk to her, she'd tell you. She brings it up a lot.
All the time.
Yeah, she goes, I want to start a new genre.
Well, good
gay
for her.
music.
Every single one of her interviews is like, I'm the first one to do it.
Yeah.
And I mean, somebody's got to make the path, so why not me? And it's like,
that's adorable.
She's like, and I know it's harsh. I did say I wanted to be a bad girl in a song once, and it's like, I'm still trying to recover from that line.
Yeah. I don't know what to do with myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is that side of it, but yeah.
I think though, like Isaac's growing up with such a cool, like, the world has come to him, and, like, I don't know, you have such a good capsule of, like, yo, this is what's in the world, and you know how to translate it to him.
I mean, it's an incredible time to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Like, it really is, because of the amount of, like, information just, like, fucking streamlining at all of us. It's easier to navigate and just, you know, tell them, like, this is cool. Yeah. Like, Newfound Glory just put out Part of Your World, but, you know, there's a whole pop punk Disney album coming out, so, like, there's ways to filter the jaggedness or the roughness of my past and childhood, but in the fun way. You know, if that makes any sense at all.
You're a good filter for that. Like, you have a fun way of doing things.
Thanks,
like,
man.
you're always doing videos with him where I'm like, man, it'd be cool to have a dad. It's fun like that. You're always, like, bouncing around and stuff.
I find it, like, I don't know what the right word is, I guess, but seeing how you are as a father versus what a normal father and son duo is now, like, appreciation, I guess, because it's like that's not normal. What you have and what your son have it's not normal now, which is like
fun as hell.
But it's super fun. We have a good time,
dude. When you think about anytime I've ever thought about having kids and like raising children, it's like in that way. Nice. You know what I mean? And like seeing what it's like now, it's like, bro, it's really hard to do that. It's so difficult to do that, and that's why it's like, bro, you are killing it, because it's just like,
it makes you wonder, like, yes, it is really hard now to do it, and we're speaking from not being fathers, talking to our father,
exactly,
you know, telling him how it actually is, you know?
Right.
No, because maybe you might be a dad, but like really we know how to.
But you two were sons.
True,
that's true. We got some experience there.
Yeah,
but like, maybe it's hard nowadays to do it, but it seems like it's right on time for you or whatever.
Oh yeah, everything is fallen into the order that I would hope it would.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm very sorry.
You're good.
No, dude, you're good.
I missed him. The 3 weeks was tough without him, you know.
Yeah, bro,
and to be reminded that I'm a good dad. Thank you.
Yeah, you're good, dude.
Bro. Fuck yeah.
You're awesome. You're so appreciated in life, and like I can only imagine like how he expresses it.
Yeah.
Like in y'all's time.
He's such a sweet boy, dude.
Yeah.
He's
awesome, dude.
Cuddly and rough, and like we fight, and you know, and like, but always love, and like he's so talkative now. Like you guys, I think the last time y'all saw him, he was just a little bit, because you sent me that picture.
Well, I've been over a few times. I was in the river.
Yeah, you went to the creek with us, so that was what, like 6 months ago? Something like that. Yeah.
It was just getting warm again, I think.
When I last saw him, it was when we came over for dinner.
Yeah.
And he was running, like, he was running around and playing, and, you know what I mean?
Like, I think he was bringing you the ball a lot.
Yeah.
He's like, yo,
he wasn't
ball.
as talkative when you saw him. Now he is super, dude.
Yeah.
He's
That's
one of the funniest kids. He just
he
stumbles into funny all the time, dude.
Awesome.
It's awesome.
That's so cool. I was trying to think how long ago that was. I mean, it must have been
I will say he talks
2
to me.
years.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, brother, but he talks to me.
He be
dude.
talking to me.
Yeah.
No, that's cool, dog.
He held my hand into the water, so like,
He did.
We're kind of tight, dude.
That was a beautiful
We
moment.
Boys. Yeah. He's like, you want to take your shoes off and get in the water? And I was like, I do now.
Duh.
Yeah. Didn't before you said that, but now sounds pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool, man. That's super cool. Yeah, it's definitely been a while, man.
It's also weird to like imagine your friend, like, obviously you don't have kids, but I look at you and I'm like, I have no idea what your kid would look like. But seeing Isaac, obviously I didn't know what he would look like, but I couldn't imagine a more kitty kid.
Kitty kid.
That is...
That's my little boy, dude.
Yeah, like that is
your boy.
Yeah, he could be lost in the desert and somebody would be like, I think I know your father.
He's in another country.
Depending on the desert,
Yeah. He's in a completely different country. I know your dad.
I worked with your dad, and he's like, I don't think you did. And he's like, is it this guy? And he's like, you did work.
That's definitely
This is insane. He's like, my name's Boat. That's
cool,
crazy,
man.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is like a spitting image of you. Like,
he's singing now. It's awesome. And he's like, so everything's Newfound Glory. So like, no matter what it is, it doesn't matter if it's We the Kings or All American Rejects or Motion City Soundtrack. Doesn't matter. It's Newfound Glory.
Yeah.
And so like, he's been doing this thing where I wish he was here, because it's just so cool. But he'll just like, he'll be playing with his toys and not thinking anyone's looking. He'll just go, Betty, da, trash can. Banana. And he's like, Dad, there's this Newfound Glory song. And I'm like, oh yeah, it'll start. And I'm just like, yeah, that is a very good Newfound Glory song.
That's awesome, dude. That's so cool.
Dude, it's cool, crazy, too, how much faster they learn than we do when they start learning.
Oh, my God, dude.
You're like, I'm going to teach this kid so much. And then he's like, do you even know how to work the remote?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Because now you got the fan going off and all this stuff, and then he starts doing it. And then he, like, sets the ADP or whatever, the home security, and you're like, why are there shutters on the door?
Yeah.
It's insane watching because we had technology, obviously. We had really great technology, but for him to have it that quick, it's just insane. Yeah. Screens everywhere, all that stuff. Yeah. That's why you have to limit it.
Yeah, how do you go about doing that? What is your, like, protocol, or what do you feel like is...
When I get home and I'm wanting to be lazy, it's like, there are days of binging. Like yesterday, I was like, I just want to play Pokemon Emerald Rogue for 8 hours and turn my brain off, because I got home, it's been a week, after 3 weeks and doing 260-something hours in those 3 weeks, and then getting home and then prepping for Mom's birthday party, which Miriam did more of that, but just doing all that kind of stuff, getting the kids down to the creek, getting all that stuff after a week, it's just like, all right, I'm benching today. So I played Emerald Rogue, and he got his, like, day of iPad time. But normally it would be, like, 15, 20 minutes. Maybe one episode of something at some point throughout the day. Oh, that's nice. And then if he starts, like, jabbing and really starting to be a little shit, then I'll be like, all right, dude, like, sorry. Like, you lost it today. Like, you lost the privilege. Yeah. Put it up. So, like, that's kind of how we do it. But I think it would be silly for me on the day that I'm just like, I just want to play this video game and think about nothing, having him cozied up next to me, just watching, like, whatever it is he wants to on YouTube or, like, Disney Plus or whatever. So. Yeah. But normally it would be like, about an episode of something. Yeah. And then something on the big screen for a while, depending on how we're feeling. That's like, if we go to the creek, we're at the creek for 2 hours, and I've kicked his ass and made him climb up cliffs and go upstream and do all that shit. Outside time. Then I'm like, yeah, dude, fucking, let's watch a movie. Like, I like movies. Like, I may know a thing or two about,
I've seen one or two in my day. Yeah.
So. Yeah, do you and I'm sure everybody does this, but do you, like, find yourself reliving your childhood through things where you're like, dude, look, watch this with me, you're not even gonna believe what you're about to see? Like watching Little Giants, or like,
dude, we put on like 8 hours of, it was just playing in the background for most of the day, but just Cartoon Network, like, just actual with the commercials and everything. Like, people have ripped it and just put it on YouTube. Wow, okay. And so it's like you're in Cartoon Network in, like, 1998 August 3rd, or whatever. Like, you're just there.
Just use a date and it pulls up.
So like, we'll play, and it's so cool seeing stuff. And then the toy commercials come on, and he's like, oh, I want that. I'm like, that's badass, but to find one, that would be very expensive this day and age.
20
You're like, I had one, should have held on to it. That's okay.
But the toys are sweet, dude. That's, like, one of the best parts about being a dad. Just having, like, reasons to have Nerf guns and shit like that. And, like, just action figures and cars and stuff. Like, magnet tiles. This thing's so much fun.
It's all the shit that you want secretly, but you're not allowed to say out
loud.
Or
you didn't get the first go around. You're like, I never get to play with kinetic sand. But
my buddy Alex, he lives down the road from me, and he's, like, definitely become one of my best dad friends. Like, the moment we met, because we didn't want to meet each other, I was like, cool, we're like, we're on the same page. Like, we both just, like, I don't want to meet
y'all are, like, not talking for 30 minutes at a party, and you make eye contact, and you're like...
But so we were, and it was while we were hitting a golf ball with a baseball bat into the pond in his backyard, where I was like, yeah, dude, we're
gonna be all right.
You're one of my best friends now. And so he got Coco, his son, these they look like if Street Sharks and, like, Ninja Turtles mixed, but it's like a jelly body and then a hard top. You can do shit where you, like, take all the air out and stretch them crazy, and they're like cool shark aliens and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but, like, there's some cool toys out there, dude. Like,
some cool shit out now.
I do see some toy aisle things where I'm like, did I buy a toy today when I was thrifting? Yeah, I did.
Yeah?
It was a Bobby Labonte, like, 1993 car, but...
Hell yeah.
Nice.
That's nice. What it is.
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
Do I want to go get it and show it to you? Yes, I did.
Yeah, go get it.
It's
do you want me to just say your... I love even knee surgery does not slow this man down.
Just not having it, dude. Just won't listen. I love that for him. What a fighter. It's a toy, dude. This is going to be our new segment on the podcast. It's just every week we have a toy segment. So what toy did you find this week? Comes hobbling out with a new one. How fucking sick this thing is. I got it for a fucking leg too. It's $3.
Oh.
Take us a gander.
All right, this is the one. Wow.
Damn, that's OG.
That's fucking sweet, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
I don't even think it's been attempted to be opened.
Yeah.
He opens it. I'm like,
dude, there's a card in here.
like, there's a toy car in here, actually.
It's the card.
You guys, you don't cut the stuff in the long form, right? I can't remember, right? Like,
you can do whatever. Yeah.
So that way
so they can see.
Part of operation I'll do from the other side. There you go.
It's pretty cool, huh?
Pretty sweet.
Hey, focus.
BL, brother.
Hey, focus.
I'm not gonna.
It's a very lazy camera. It doesn't get paid by the hour.
Yeah,
It's like, we don't figure it out.
Yeah, this is.
that thing is sick.
This is fucking sweet.
Where'd you find that?
The Teen Thrift across from King's Buffet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it was
Nice.
like right at checkout. As I was leaving, I was like, $2.99.
Yeah.
When is the last time you've been to King's Buffet?
I don't know that I've ever been to King. I mean, I've been inside, but I don't know if I ate.
Really? Bro, I haven't been in years, dude. It's been so long since I've been to.
Yeah.
Like, even, honestly, even just like a... Like, very rarely do I go to just a buffet.
Literally older than you. 95.
That's a couple years older than me.
You weren't even a thought yet, dude.
Yeah, dude.
You weren't even
crazy.
semen yet, bro.
No,
That
definitely not.
Your parents knew each other, yeah? Probably?
You were born in '98.
They knew each other. I don't think they were married yet.
They might have met at this race.
They could have.
Definitely didn't. But, for sure not. But I like the thought.
not at all.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Yeah, that's tight though.
Yeah, dude. It's like things like that I'm like, if I had a little guy or a little girl, I'd be like, maybe you don't like this, but this is the things that I like. This is pretty cool to me.
Yeah.
She's like holding a toy that she wants really bad, and you're like, but also this.
Yeah, I'm like,
But
let
this
me see that
toy
fucking toy.
car,
Hold on.
though.
Check this out.
Yeah. Buy
Vroom,
that
vroom.
one instead.
She's like, dude,
yeah.
I'm so
What?
much smarter than you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would be reliving like cartoons like crazy. Like you were watching the cartoons. I would Street Sharks, such a good cartoon.
I still got one of those on VHS. I need to
Really?
Put that bitch in.
Dude, or like, do you remember the colored VHSs?
Mhm.
Like
Sean-
Nickelodeons had
Yeah.
orange.
Yeah.
Sean, I was telling you about Sean Odom, Gulf Coast Digitizing,
Yeah.
or PensacolaTapes.com. He has like a whole collection of those, and it's
Really?
like he set them in the rainbow spectrum, so that
Yeah.
they go like he's got one for each color. And
Like,
stuff.
That's
It's
cool.
pretty
I remember Barney being purple.
Purple and green.
Yeah, and there's like other like one-off ones, like Snow Day.
Oh yeah, that's a good movie. I
Snow
haven't seen
Day.
that
I think
since
that
was a
one was
kid.
orange too, because that was a Nickelodeon.
It was,
thing.
yeah.
Those were so
Harriet
good.
the Spy was. That was like one of my favorite.
See, I don't know if you were like, yo, I got fucking colored discs.
No, we had. I know we like. I remember VHS.
You were still
I
watching,
remember
yeah.
I remember.
98 when
very
you were a
hot
baby,
stuff.
you were watching Barney tapes. and
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh yeah. I like we used to have a cabinet that was just all the VHS stuff, and then we had like our DVD section. But we had. I mean,
Yeah.
a good amount
Now-
of them back in the.
Now
back
it's
in
like the way the apps work. Everything is like that, but digital. Like Disney is all in one cabinet.
Mhm.
It's on Disney now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't understand why, like, for the big, like, football specifically, why they have to go to every single streaming platform. Like, every single one has a deal for, like, one
just
night of the
answered it right
month
there.
or something. Like, I just don't.
It's because somebody's
it-
like, we don't have anything. Well, we need to get something. Well, what can we do? We can offer,
The
I don't
third
know,
Thursday.
SEC, yeah,
like-
500,000 for one whatever.
It's so ridiculous.
So the universities are like, yeah, we'll take the money because there's no
Yeah.
rules against it.
Yeah, now it's just crazy. Yeah, I mean the amount of networks and stuff.
I know
that's
what
how
you're
you make
saying
it.
though.
Yeah.
It would be sick if there was college football streaming,
Yeah,
and
And
you
it
could
was
watch.
just.
Dude,
Yeah.
it'll. Yeah,
but that would end up being like $100 because
Bro.
they'd have to pay for everybody that wants to be in that banner.
If you could
Yeah.
pay $100 for the entire season,
No, yeah, that ain't working. I'm in a month.
It could go that way. I'm
you
sure
could do
would.
it though, where it's just all in one. Fuck all the other
But
ones.
you have YouTube TV, right? And you
Yeah.
have pretty much every game you could want, right? So
pretty
that's
much,
close.
yeah.
Unless you're watching like Furman State University
Yeah.
Tech College.
NDSU.
Well,
or
obviously you
something.
can't miss that one. So.
Right.
You
That's
can't.
timeless.
And that's why we pay
I've
for
got
them.
15 parlays on that particular game, actually.
Or until you get like, and I'm sure this is the right terminology, a sheik.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You see what
Know
they're
where
doing
you're
with the
going.
boxing? There's I can't remember his name, but it's Sheik something. I think it's like Turek. But he wants to take
Treadway.
over the world's boxing pay-per-view and lower it to like $15 for the world, not just where you can get it for him.
I mean, that's a lot of people though. That would be
that's crazy.
But
he said he wants to foot like the bill to make it affordable and stream the entirety of the fucking world for $15. Like that's like a Mayweather pay-per-view for $15. That's crazy. I think that one that he's trying to do is like a Canelo one in October.
Is like the kickoff of it almost.
Yeah, it's the Canelo like Burling me or something. Like whoever he's fighting next, he wants to try it on that one.
Yeah,
that's crazy. What are you eating?
Yeah,
like what kind of price are you just fucking?
I don't know. I mean,
you gotta be into oil at that point.
Oh, I mean that's all that money is.
I know we're bouncing around a lot, and I'm sure you get shit about TV shows a lot, but Billy Bob Thornton is like fronting a new TV show that Yellowstone, like the people who did Yellowstone, I think it's called Landman or Landlord or something. But he is the like oil guy. Okay. Like he is the enforcer. Like we bought this land. Yeah. We own this land. You're not coming in and fucking taking this land. This is our oil. It's like that, but it's on America's soil. It looks fucking crazy good.
Kevin Costner, I think, footed the bill or is footing the bill for. It's like
that film
Land of the Free or something.
It looks fucking incredible, dude.
I've seen stuff
like
about
Dances with Wolves again, but with like the tech we have now, I will be watching the fuck out of it.
So it's like a continuance?
For it. No, it's just, but it's in the Western world.
Yeah,
I can't remember the name of it. Type in Kevin Costner new film.
Kevin Costner new film.
Horizon. That's it.
Wow,
this looks badass, dude. Yeah.
1859.
I will tell you, back in the day when we used to watch Westerns, my mom's father, he was Westerns and NASCAR.
Yeah.
If it wasn't one of them things and cigarillos, don't fucking talk to him about it.
Yeah.
And like even those back in the day, it was tough going sometimes, but once you got to understand the concept of a cowboy Western, you're like, oh, this is pretty sick.
Yeah, they are sick.
They're gorgeous.
Oh yeah, they're in the most incredible landscapes that our beautiful country has to offer, dude.
But watching movies now, and you got to be able to appreciate this from a different way than we do, but like as just consumers, it's crazy to see like it looks like we used to watch things with no color.
The way
no
it
depth,
looks now.
No nothing. No like no texture. Now it looks like everything is like saturated.
Yeah.
And like just
I mean the processing power we have for sensors and stuff like that now is just incredible. So the dynamic range has just gotten insane. Yeah. But there's something just still beautiful about film. Like go back and watch, you know, any Clint Eastwood, fucking Fistful of Dollars, any of that. Like it's super saturated, but it's so orange and it's so like the blues pop, you know.
Or
so there's
what's his other name? The other big guy. He did like a fucking 1,000 movies.
Big guy?
John Wayne.
Yeah.
All the John Wayne, those spaghetti Western type.
Mm-hmm. And that's, you see that lighting, and it's so inspired by the landscape, which even then it was, you know, because it's just...
Oh, is it out already?
The lighting of existence out there is so incredible.
Is this a movie or a show?
I believe it's a movie.
It's a movie. I'm like
it should be a movie.
Because I saw the... Isn't that crazy? That nowadays, when you're watching a trailer, you don't know the quality? Is it a TV or a show? Because sometimes some shows are way better than movies.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Seen. Yeah. I mean, you got to think some of those shows are getting budgets of millions of dollars for one episode, you know?
Because it says an American saga, so is this going to be or multiple movies?
I'm sure it will be. But I think it's films because I saw it in theaters, like the commercial or the trailer for it.
It comes out in, I think, 2 days.
No shit, really?
I think so.
Oh, shit.
Because this was 6 months ago, this trailer.
Oh, dude.
September 7th is Chapter 2. When did Chapter 1 come out? What?
Oh.
Hold on.
So maybe it is movies.
September 7th.
Tomorrow?
Okay, so the first one came out June 28th.
We're freaking out.
Oh, really?
And then there's 2 chapters. The Chapter 1 is 3 hours long.
Wow.
And it came out June 28th.
No shit.
The Chapter 2 comes out in tomorrow.
Cool.
And this is
Horizon I might have to see if that can be part of date night tomorrow.
I'm trying to figure out where to watch it.
He also saw, and I still haven't been able to see it because it hasn't come out on anything, I don't think. Killers of the Flower Moon.
Oh, yeah.
And that's like 4...
Yeah, it's like 3 hours and 40 minutes or something.
Yeah.
It's like the, what was it, The Irishman or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't finish that one either. And it's like, I got the time now.
It's a good.
There it is.
Yeah.
August 16th.
Only in theaters. Oh, it's
6.
on Prime, I think now.
Okay. What was the other one I was talking about though?
While we're on this real quick and just streaming things, did you ever watch Top Gear?
A little bit, yeah.
So they started their own thing called the Grand Tour, which is on Amazon, and they've done I don't know how many seasons now, 6 or 7 of their own thing. But it used to be BBC back in the day when it was Top Gear.
Yeah.
And so the 3 of them went to Amazon. They got this huge deal, and they did a bunch of seasons, and then they stopped doing the show and just started doing like specials, basically like 1.5 to 2 hour specials.
Yeah.
Where they buy cars and they go on these crazy trips or whatever. And their last one comes out next week. Like the last one they're doing ever comes out next week, and I'm like, bro, I don't even want to. I know I'm gonna cry my fucking eyes.
They should have did like one final cannonball run for like everybody. Go across the world.
Yeah.
You pick a car.
Well,
let's just get into some shenanigans.
They said this one is like, I guess the director or whatever had like an idea of what he wanted to do, and they were just like, no, we're not. We're just gonna buy 3 cars that we've always wanted to own and go to a place we've never been and just go see what happens. You know what I mean? So it's like they're kind of going out on their like what they want to do, but I mean, shit, like my youth was like that show. That's what got me into cars. That's what like I fell in love with that show as a kid. And like, dude, I mean, they're all like old and they've been doing it for like 30 years now. But golly, yeah, that's gonna be a good one.
Yeah,
that's gonna be really
Dub.
good.
You met Dub, right? My stepdad.
I don't.
Big dude. Looks like
did.
Shrek.
Yeah.
Look at this.
But yeah, he loved Top Gear. It was after I'd gotten out of the house, but I was able to bring him back a shirt that said "I am the Stig." Like when I went over there.
That's it.
That's cool.
The first time I got to go over the pond,
yeah.
you know, so
That's cool.
That's dope.
Yeah. So
But
this is
Landman with Billy Bob Thornton, and I think it has like John Hamm and a few other really big dudes in it.
Yeah.
But it's set up like he is the fucking muscle, and it comes off very tough.
Yeah.
Like, did you ever watch Fargo?
The movie, or I never saw the show.
Fargo is so good, the movie. But I'm talking about the show. The first season he is the enforcer guy in this season. So it's like very
play on that.
Yeah, it looks gnarly.
Yeah.
That's a crazy fucking existence, bro.
Yeah, like
fucking oil rig
oil
dude.
workers.
Yeah,
Literally
fucking roughnecks. They're
so
gnarly motherfuckers.
Crazy.
Gnarly.
I've seen some videos where you've seen the people like whip it around like they are the pros. They're soaking wet.
Oh yeah.
In oil all day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how much they get paid, but it can't be.
It's good.
It's
I met a couple
ridiculous.
roughnecks. I shook one's hand, and he almost like broke my hand off, and he taught me how to arm wrestle. Whipped the shit out of me, but like they are some tough, well-paid, crazy sons of bitches.
Do they do like time on, time off kind of thing, or are they
yeah,
going like?
So it's like you go get slammed and you work your ass off. I don't work in this business. It's just the vague memory I have in that airport bar a long time ago. But like he was saying that it's like 3-4 weeks on, 6 weeks maybe or something like that, and then you go home.
Yeah,
and you
6
chill.
on, 6 off.
That's nice. I bet the fucking money's
crazy.
He was saying in this, it's like at the very beginning of that little trailer, he's like, the oil business makes $3 billion a day in pure profit.
Yeah.
And he goes, I secure the land, I take care of the oil, everything else is out of like past that is not in like my business, but.
It's a gnarly existence.
I enforce it, and I'm like,
I went to high school with a couple buddies that after they graduated, they just did like the Gulf oil rigs, you know, like off the coast, and I mean they were making 6 weeks on, 6 weeks off type thing, and they were making 150 plus.
Yeah,
a year.
yeah, dude,
like,
you make some good fucking money working on an oil rig.
And shit, when you're
you better
18,
be tough,
19,
I'm not that tough.
Well, and that's the thing is you've only got like working that hard, like unless you're at a higher position there where you're like sitting at a crane or whatever it is. If you're like you're putting in hard fucking work.
Yeah.
So you've only got a certain amount of years that you really can do it before your body's like, okay.
Kind of reminds me of how Cam would be like the coast fishing.
Yeah.
Like it's like
the commercial stuff.
You could do that, but you know you have a window. So a use and it's kind of like
Brett did that commercial fishing shit.
Yeah,
really?
I saw him
fucking
post.
Gnarly, dude. He was just gone for like 8 months or some shit like that.
I saw him post a picture of like a throwback of him on the coast over there, like with a deck full of like rockfish.
Oh, he's a badass,
just,
dude.
Yeah.
It was crazy, like him telling me some of those experiences.
Yeah,
like they're his experiences, so I'm not.
Yeah.
But like that motherfucker almost died a couple times.
Oh,
like if he ever comes back in town, you guys should ask him about it because it's like
Yeah, he's like our very own Cam Hines.
Dude, he's got, I mean,
crazy.
just following his Instagram, you know what I mean? Like, just he just pops up in Montana and he's like, I went on a bear hunt
he's
this
living
week.
in Montana now.
Fucking wild.
Yeah, he'll be like skinning a bear on the thing, and I'm like, what? That's crazy, dude. I've never even seen a cat die. Like, that's crazy.
I remember having to run back to my house from Pace High School at like fucking 2 a.m. because Dub was yelling at us when we were like 15 or whatever. So it's crazy to. I'm so
to
proud of
see
that.
like how life
wild.
goes.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure there's people like you were like maybe in FSU or even in high school were probably like, dude, Kitty's not gonna amount to nothing.
Oh, 100%.
And
probably there's a good chance I couldn't have too, but I just got I figured it out. I think, or I'm still figuring it out, but I think I got some. I got some of it.
That's all it is.
Do you attribute to that to any like major thing that happened where you're like, this moment really kind of made me feel like I should do this thing?
One of those is going to the mental institute. Like, that was definitely, I saw what like rock bottom was, you know, and that was like, I was like, all right, I'm not doing that, not going that way. Like, we're gonna figure this out, which is when I moved to Austin. And then I'd say those moments with Matt were truly helped me understand like what being a man is, and things of that nature. He's a scout sniper, older than me. He's probably like, I think he's pushing 40. But living with him and learning a better existence, and then meeting Miriam while I was there. And then I think she was a huge trigger when we both were like, we're a little broken, but we got to figure this shit out, and we're going to do it together and as a team, and, make something happen, something way better than just not amounting to nothing,
Yeah.
So as a person who loves Austin, and I've never been.
He's a good guy.
To Austin? You know Austin?
Yeah, he's all right.
Okay, so as a person that loves Austin, and I've never been, of course, but sell me on Austin, because everything you ever showed me was fucking crazy.
So I haven't been back.
Sell it to the people, because, hey, there's some haters.
Oh, I mean, I couldn't even tell you.
It seems dope now, too.
I mean, it does with the mothership and all that stuff. Yeah. Like, I mean, it was a different Austin when I was there, because I felt like I was part of the problem, which is the other reason I wanted to get out.
Really?
Just too many damn people. Too many damn people to like keep up that like cool, weird, artsy fucking thing. Yeah. It's gonna get corporatized, and also it's like it turns into a Disney World, So like I got out, but it was fun. It was super cool. The nature's incurable.
That's the stuff you would show me. You'd send me like videos of
McKinney Falls, which you can't swim in it now. I talked to some lady somewhere who is from or lives in Austin now at some point, and she was telling me that like now you can't swim in that shit anymore, which is kind of bummer. Which even back then, like I was cleaning up after dipshits like a lot. Like if you went, you could jump off the upper fall, and then you could swim, and it was pretty deep, and then you could take that down, and it would finally like almost look desertous kind of. It was like really hard rock, and then small streams that went through, and then it would drop to another waterfall, and then there'd be like nature and like foliage and stuff. But, like, you jump off that motherfucker and swim around. But even then, if you went back up to the cove, people would leave their beer bottles and shit like that there. And that was already when the population problem was, like, definitely going up. There's so many people there now that, I mean, you can't even swim in it anymore.
You lived in Austin or right outside Austin?
In it, but it's, like, so huge and sprawling. I was off Slaughter and Manchac. And
Slaughter seems like
it was pretty cool to live off Slaughter.
Something about him though.
I'm off Slaughter Drive.
Yeah, Man Crack.
Yeah, dude.
That's right where I'm at.
Yeah. And at that time, I should be living off Slaughter. I now live on Integrity, which I think is
there.
Fair.
You, hey,
damn right. Look at us. Look at my boy.
I'm growing up
from Slaughter to Integrity. Yeah, moving on up.
But yeah, so I was like South Austin, if I remember correctly. I don't know. Yeah. It's so long ago. I could probably tell you to still get to the Red Lobster I worked at if I was dropped off and needed to make it to the Mecca.
Get to the Red Lobster. I can figure this out.
It was cool, man. And then the music shit's crazy. Like just. Doing fun fest. Like I got in doing that extreme wrestling, like filming them.
Yeah, I remember that.
That shit was gnarly. ACW. I don't even know if it's still a thing. Anarchy Championship Wrestling at the Mohawk on like every I think it was like third Saturday or something.
The Mohawk.
I feel like
it was a pretty cool bar. It was our venue. So like you walked in and it was like there was an outside courtyard and that's where they'd set up the ring with a balcony, like a 1/2 balcony going up with stands, or no, it wrapped around, but like it would be like ring, and then walls, and then here was like where the announcer booth and shit was, and then it started here and went up, and then it went up another like level.
Damn,
it was really fucking.
You showed
cool.
me footage of that.
Yeah, because I was
like
super. I definitely did, because I was proud of being a part of that. Before I could even make money with the show, I wasn't even getting paid for that. I was just because I was badass. Because I was young and didn't
you
care.
have to go out of the ring and walk around while the match was going on?
Mm-hmm. Like, I was. I remember this. Yeah, I was ring cam, so I was like running around. I was shooting on a DSLR too, which was funny, and then I would submit the footage, so it was like had this almost like artistic look because I used prime lenses, so it definitely had a different feel. It was fun to fuck around with. I wasn't getting paid, so I got to not shoot it like WWE, which was fun. So which I've never done that. I hope I get to one day. But anyways, I was on the stage once, and like at the end of the match it was Masada. I can't remember the owner's name. He was a really cool Damien, I think. Darren something. It's been so long ago.
Mancrack.
And Darren Mancrack, and then some monster that came in. He was like built like fucking. Who would be a good person to compare his build to? He's like short, stocky, just huge and hairy, and like
that.
Not that, but in shape.
Oh wow! Wow, took a shot.
I mean, but like truly, like
got some.
But he came in with a mask and shit. And they started like he looked. That would be a very accurate depiction of this guy's build.
Okay,
but he was like, I think he was heel in this. But anyways, he comes out and he's got the crazy like Slipknot mask on with the whole fucking like snake hair shit going on, and like comes in and just fucking death metal playing and everything, and like they just beat the shit out of each other. They were like fucking taking the glass plates and putting them over bricks and just and like just blood everywhere and like fucking barbed wire ropes. The whole like it was like true ECW death match, and it was fucking crazy, dude.
Some of that shit.
At the very end of it, the dude was like, I had gotten up because I finally was like, I gotta back up.
Yeah,
like I can't be in this as much as I did. Get some cool raking shots like through the barbed wire and stuff, but then I was like, I gotta protect my lens. Like that was cool, but I can't fucking. But I'm like, this kind of shit.
Did you ever see this match that he's about to go into?
No.
This, I mean, you got to be able to see this shit live. But
shit, is that Nicolas Cage?
Well, he goes by Nick Cage.
That kind of shit.
But he goes into the side of
a
ring where the ring is surrounded by these tube lights. The tube light goes into his body, and he just starts gushing.
Yeah,
like he almost dies.
They were a little safer than this, even though it was pure pandemonium.
Yeah.
It was definitely more. I mean, they were able to do it in a nice theater, I would call it,
Yeah.
But there was still lots of blood and lots of like putting each other through glass. When I got to the finale of the match, he like just fucks both of them up. That's when one of them went through the glass. He pins 1, 2, 3, blood everywhere. And the bad guy stood up and he's like, let me see your fucking tables. And before I even had a chance, dude, I'm like on the stage that they put seating on at this point. Because if you want to do a show, there's a stage, but they're just obviously down in the pit. So they're all sitting up there, and all of a sudden I hear, and I look, and chairs just start landing from the entire audience on top of this dude. So I was like, and I had to like get down and like fucking as they're flying over me, and then flip around and get a couple people throwing them.
And you can't tell that to wrestling fans. They're gonna throw anything.
Oh yeah, no,
they want to.
Crazy.
They're like
they're crazy people. That's why I love it.
Tell me, I throw my baby in there, dude.
Yeah, for real.
Drunk, crazy Austinites that just are pin-up and aggressive because of whatever shit.
And you got to see it right at the peak, or like not the peak, but like what I feel like the beginning, almost 10 years ago.
Fuck. I've been with Miriam for, what year are we in? 2024? 9. 8. 9. I can't do math. We just talked about it. So that would have been, like 9 years ago. Because by the time I was doing the wrestling thing, I think we were already together.
So I feel like back then Austin was weird, and now it's starting to become cool. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's been
like
cool
I'm sure
for
there's
a while.
still pockets of weird.
Yeah.
But it's like back then it was cool because it was so weird.
Yeah.
Now it's like mainstream cool.
Yeah.
That's true.
You know?
It's definitely more
Watch
mainstream
this.
now.
He goes through one time through the side of the ring, and the tube directly sticks him in the gut, and right there, and he landed down on it. Watch whenever it cuts to him. and the side of the ring. It's just pouring out of him.
Oh, man.
And he immediately starts holding his side, and it's just gushing out of him. It's crazy. I watched this, and it's so fucking hard to look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because watch when he lands on the tube. He landed, and it went in him.
Oh, no. That's not good.
He's like, oh, fuck. It makes you like,
as soon as...
ooh, and he immediately runs away because he's just gushing fucking
It's
blood.
like, I understand...
It's going to show it up close, too.
I don't want to
I'm sure. I'm good. You can...
Yeah, I'll pass it.
So...
It's pretty normal. Yeah, that's fine. He's like,
fucking
let me just kick the
tag.
rest of these. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, it gets terrible.
Oh, man. I understand why, like, there are a lot of wrestlers, especially in the avid wrestling fans, that are super anti this shit.
Yeah.
Which I totally understand and respect that. But it's like, just the fact that there are masochists out there that are that fucking crazy.
That want to do shit like
that. At least they're not murdering anybody, because, like, that takes a whole special level
They're just stuffing towels in there.
Yeah, you that's enough, man. You can cut it.
You can change this.
Yeah, I've seen lots of gore in my life.
Yeah,
like,
he goes, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. Yeah, I think we got it.
But yeah, that shit. It was crazy getting to be a part of following my little moment in that. No, and the whole reason I talked about that was music. It was fun. They did one at Fun Fest. So it was like fucking Title Fight playing, and I could like hear it while filming people wrestling and shit. And Power Trip. I got to go over there, catch Power Trip before the vocalist passed away.
Yeah.
And put on a killer fucking show, and then run back over and document some wrestling and shit. It was a pretty special.
Yeah.
Like I said, I wasn't getting paid shit for that, but I got a backstage, almost all access pass. Kind of thing. Got to see like Wu-Tang pretty close, which was cool. Like it was. Sick.
You're like, I'm actually just here to record behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that'd be so sick.
I got in the pit for like the actual photo pit for Converge, even though I wasn't supposed to, because I was only there to cover wrestling. But the fucking security guard let me like actually like jump in, take a few pictures, like swing on a couple heads behind me that were like rushing up, you know, and like get a few photos, then run back. But he was like, "You can't." He's like, "Dude, look, you can't. You're not supposed to do that. You're allowed to be back here, but you know, you don't have media rights for this." I was like, "I know, but fucking Converge." Like I gotta,
right?
You know?
Yeah. I feel like you're in a little bit different avenue now, but back then, do you think you could have gone anywhere with a lanyard and your nice camera? Because I feel like you have a look where people are not going to be like, "Whoa, you can't." You're like, "I'm with the band."
I've definitely learned ways to navigate situations in such a way to be able to get to do what I want if I really, really want it. It's just now it's like...
Does it... Yeah, now you're at a point where it's like, is it that worth... Like, is it worth it?
I don't have the energy anymore. My idea of, like, going to a show now would be, like, I'm going to save the money for those VIP fucking tickets.
Yeah.
I want to relax. I want to look down on all the kids that have too much testosterone and are still mad at their dad, beat the hell out of each other. Yeah. That way, if I do see a situation that I do feel like I need to intervene, I can go discuss with those young men and have, like, fucking the majority of people that would be at those shows be like, no, yeah, he's right. Like, you know, that's I don't want to like Hunter S. He wrote really great books, but that's no way to live, you know. You know,
for sure.
Gonzo's fun, but I like structure now. So, as much as I can get and get paid for it, you know. So.
Yeah.
So
that last thing was not structured. That shit was crazy.
How was the last thing? Like
crazy, dude.
Because we haven't had you on the pod, I think, in like 2 years or something.
It's been a while. Yeah.
So what's that 2 years been like?
Alaska for almost a year. I didn't ever get to see true cold. I only got down to like -16 once for like a night.
It?
But no, but there it's like negative fucking 50, and like in a tent, like. Odom has told me, Sean he experienced that. It got canceled before I got to experience that. And I was really looking forward to it. Just pure like, okay, we are here to shoot a show, but first we have to make sure we don't fucking die. That would have been awesome.
That's crazy.
That would have been gnarly. I got a little taste of that, but in September in the Brooks Range, being like, I think it was 20 something miles north of the Arctic Circle, in a place where like the population was at most 6. Me, Kevin, Jeff, Jensen, Johnny, and then his brother. So 5 most of the time, then his brother showed up. Population 5 and probably, I don't know, 100 square miles at least, something like that.
That's gnar, dude. That's crazy shit.
I just imagine you filming in situations like the beginning of Mr. Deeds. Do you remember that? I can't remember his name, but he's Mr. Deeds. Yeah. He is the Deeds guy. Mm-hmm. And he's trying to climb Everest, I think. And he gets to the peak. Yeah. He summits it, but
he freezes to death.
Yeah, the crew turns away, and they're like, it's going to get too cold. We're going to swing back. You should come back. And he's like, I'll be right there. And he's like, no, I'm going to go all the way up. And he freezes, and then they pull him off with a helicopter, and he's frozen, eyes open, blue. I just imagine your shit is like that out there.
No, I haven't gotten that crazy. I've worked with people. That's what I really like about my job, like being the media guy or camera guy or assistant camera digital imaging technician or whatever boring word you want to use. I love that I get to experience people like that. They're way gnarlier than me. Yeah. It's like our safety Kyle that was out there when we were in the Brooks Range. Like that, I'm having the craziest time of my life going up mountains, doing all this stuff. He kept using the word pedestrian, you know, because he's such a fucking badass dude. Like, used to be a Denali guide, so he was the one taking those fucking billionaires up that shit.
Like a shaman or whatever.
Yeah, and him just being like, oh, no, this is a Tuesday, dude. Yeah. Like, what are you talking about? You think this is crazy? How crazy do you want to get, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
that's
fuck. I don't know if... I'm not built for that, I don't think. I would do an excursion with him. I would happily pay for it, but I don't want to go film that shit. I just, like... But it would still be a baby... Dude. In the grand scheme of like how gnarly you can truly get.
Yeah.
Like one of our other safeties, Casey, he lives in Colorado and he just walks up his house and just free skis back down and like gnarly fucking like high alpine.
Yeah.
Like
Black Diamond fucking
making your own
double
carving
death
your own
run
shit, dude.
Through the
like,
trees, yeah.
I'm just stoked to like I've gotten to do powder once, you know.
Yeah.
And even then it was North Carolina powder. This guy's like fucking living in powder and also just like doing whatever the fuck he wants.
Dude,
there,
imagine doing some shit like Everest with Isaac. You're like, we're not going to record this at all. This is just me and you. A man-to-man thing. We're going to have a fucking good-ass time.
I don't think I need to climb Everest. If he wanted to, I would get my ass in shape. Or maybe depending on his age. But, I mean, I have done the tallest Texas mountain, so I know I can physically get him up that one. So maybe we'll start with something like that.
Yeah.
I could always start in the tallest part of Florida, because I think it's like 500 yards.
Yeah.
So it's like outside of Tallahassee. So
yeah.
We'll start there.
Yeah. It's Capitol Hill.
Yeah. It's just Walmart on a hill.
Yeah.
No big deal, dude.
Yeah. It's paved on the way there.
Are there any like small traditions like that you already do with him, where you're like, one time a year we're gonna do this, or like, are there things?
The fair. This is a big fun one.
Yeah,
I love taking him to the fair. That's cool. Fucking cool. Yeah. And he's getting bigger and he's liking spinny things. So a couple more years and I'll be able to get on something that would make Miriam puke, you know?
Yeah.
So she'll
What is that, the fucking nickel thing? The zipper.
Yeah.
Dude, the zipper, everybody's got a zipper story.
I'd say 10. Probably I'll have to wait a while.
Yeah,
that one's
but they have like the small Himalaya, you know, the kids one that still is like...
Yeah. That thing gets going too.
Oh yeah, even the little one.
The slide with the corn sack thing?
Oh, he loves
That'll
that.
ruin people.
Oh, he's already doing that.
Did you see AJ going down it earlier, dude? He about knocked his front teeth out.
Yeah. I love seeing the little kids that get confident and start boosting themselves, and then they get down like the 70th percent of it, and they're like,
they start slowly losing it.
Yeah.
So definitely
like yard sale it.
Not once a year, but definitely all the time. The creek, that's
but y'all have a nice little pocket that's like just theirs.
Yeah. It's magical. It's very magical.
Pristine.
Dude.
Yeah, that's
got rope swing and shit. That's what I was doing this morning.
Yeah, I saw your little videos.
Yeah, I got that little fire pit, and we had it's just an old fucking beat up metal piece of shit.
Yeah.
So I was finally like, why am I dragging this piece of shit around? And when people want to use it out in the front on the street, fuck that. So I took the legs off and just took the bowl and then dug that and dropped it in the back. Because if I'm going to spend time with people, I want to be sitting on grass. Why the fuck are we sitting on pavement? And
it's about to be perfect weather for it, too.
Yeah, so we're prepping it right now. It was only like 9 bricks out of the creek today. But that was fun. It was a good workout because I'm trying to be more active. I just know that I don't have the discipline of me just picking stuff up. If that makes any sense. I can't set a time for me to just go pick stuff up. Yeah. But it's like every morning it's been like, well, I got to get down to the creek. Today I jogged halfway there and then leisurely strolled, but then I jumped in the water, was digging bricks out, throwing them. Yeah. You know, I hit the rope swing once just to kind of wake myself up, and then had to load that shit in a backpack. And it wasn't super heavy, but it was, probably 30, 40 pounds, and then just calmly walk that back to the house.
What is the temperature of that water? Is it like
pretty cold.
Hell yeah.
It was pretty damn cold. It feels great on your joints. I mean, you stood in it. Like, it still feels like that. Like, but now it's getting cooler, so it's even colder.
Spring water, I don't know, but it does feel colder.
I mean, it's Pond Creek, and I don't know what it feeds from, because it sort of looks like it just starts, so it might feed from an underground spring or something like that. I'm not sure.
It's a nice little spot.
Like
especially for someone to grow up.
Oh, yeah. It's nice knowing when he's like 13, 14 on his bike. I don't got to worry about him. I know where he's at. You know, there's always boys out there. It's awesome, dude. Like, I'll just see like a pack of them, you know, like 12, 13-year-old kids, and you know, they're just running and doing whatever the fuck they want back there.
I just imagine like the Peanut Show, just dirt.
Yeah.
Balls of dirt. Just,
pretty much.
That's how, dude, even like growing up on a golf course, it was like a golf course, you know? Mm-hmm. But like there were little lakes and stuff like that we would go fish and ride our bikes to all the time. Yeah. So like, you know, we'd leave like 4 o'clock or whatever and go fish for a couple hours. But it's like my parents knew exactly where we were. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? We're either here, here. You know what I mean? And we'd be back by, 8 o'clock or whatever. But it was like having that you could go and hang out with your homies at and go catch bass and like fuck around. Like
the Goonies squad's already started with like Isaac, because it's him and Cohen.
Oh, that's
and Cohen is he's such a sweet kid, but he's just so stubborn, and he's like kind of a little guy, but he's just got a lot of aggression, and he's definitely the one that always has the idea. And Isaac's just big and chill, so he just goes along, and I can already see that team forming where I'm like, okay, so Cohen is Bill from fucking It, like I got it, or the kid from Goonies. Why can't I think of his name right now from Goonies? But Sean Astin. But his...
I can't remember.
I can't think of the character's name.
I haven't seen Goonies in so long. God, that's so good.
That was a great movie.
Aesthetically, it was gorgeous.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Beautiful film. But I can see that forming with those two, where I'm like, we just need about 3 more kids in the mix. You'll find them in the neighborhood once you get a little bigger, can actually venture off.
Or they'll move in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I see it happening, though, and it's awesome, because I already see a few of those groups of kids running around up back there, so it'll be cool to... send another wild pack out for them to all figure it out together.
Is there nothing in front of y'all?
Just wetlands, just all those trees.
But like, there's nothing like the thing that we're talking about that's forward. Like you can just walk out and just keep walking straight.
No, it's all super dense brush, heavy brush. There is, when you came over when Isaac was a baby, like little baby, and we took that walk in the stroller and we got to that gate.
Oh, the other way. Yeah.
That's open now. I haven't gone that far because it's like. In the process of being sold or something, I don't know. I can talk my way out of it. I'll just be like, I was just exploring. I'm sorry, but that road goes for a while, and I see it open up to something. So I want to go check that out. But as for waterways and stuff, I've looked at a map, and it's just Pond Creek running on that side. So.
Yeah, that's cool though to grow up with something like that. You know what I mean? And like you're talking about, have that relationship kind of forming young, to where they've got that that crew. Yeah.
And I feel like he's always gonna feel like he has a friend in you.
Yeah.
So if anything ever goes sideways, we had to bury Billy.
Yeah.
Well. That's,
anything. I mean, even now, like
Billy died.
He's like, well,
no, but yes, like
you're like Isaac, if you're listening, yes, you can tell me.
You can tell me absolutely what's going on out there. Because even now, I have to get on to the other kids. Where like one of them was playing with a glass bottle. A bunch of them. It's actually kind of cool. I don't know if they collect them. If they didn't, I'm gonna go grab them. But they're definitely those old beer bottles from like the '80s, like the ones that are shaped a little different. They're like flatter, But like I saw one of them playing with that, and then I had to clean up glass when you come down the trail, or like vehicle trail, to get down to the creek. Like right in the center there where you'd walk, there was a bunch of broken glass, so I cleaned it up. So I'm like, hey, I know it was you, shitheads. So hey, be careful with that glass. Take it home with you. Also go clean up the rest of it. Yeah. But like that, with that, Isaac is already being taught like situational awareness, and that's why I like it too, because I have done like some fairly adventurous things and I've seen places you can die for sure. Most of them being you just need to be cognizant and understand the environment you're in, but absolutely if you're careless or even just by pure chance, there's something could just fucking kill you. So like
you've camped alone. You've camped alone.
A little bit.
That's nightmarish.
I like that. But I've only done it here, like 10 minutes down the trail. I'm not the kind of guy that's going to go
40 miles away.
Yeah, I could be 2 feet into our front yard, and I'm like, I have to be out here by myself all night. Like, we start the timer.
Yeah, I'm not that.
That picture
where the
you
lights.
sent me when you were
I'm not that much of like whatever.
God. What?
when y'all went camping and like the dog was standing there with his eyes all bright and shit. You know what I'm talking about? No. It was like standing at the front of the tent, like staring at you. You don't remember this?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. Well,
was it like a dog I knew?
Yeah.
Oh. I don't recall this.
Never mind. It was just you being a child, like being a child, but you like freaking out over camping, and it was just really funny because you were sending me texts like all night, like, dude, this is crazy. Why am I doing this? Like, what is? Yeah, like nobody's like, I hate this.
Like, we were not even like. We were in a RV camp, but like the RVs, you would also camp in front of, if that makes sense. It was a paved road.
Yeah.
But they have a section where you can put your tent.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I've stayed in plenty of those. Yeah.
And that's where we were camping.
Yeah. Yeah,
so it's not crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
There's people like right there.
Yeah, you could hear people walking their dogs on concrete.
Dude, poor Hunter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You broke his nose, right? But
bad.
That poor kid is just taking the biggest ass whooping. My little brother, I don't know if you ever met him. When I say little, now he's like twice my fucking size. He's fucking stocky.
And he's got more than one kid now?
He's got one, Junie.
One.
Junie.
Crazy.
Yeah, she is such a sweet little baby, dude. The whole family came down for Mom's birthday, and like me, Hunter, Junie, Amber wanted to stay behind, but we took Millie out there, and they swam and stuff, and my sister Kirsten and her fiance came out. We all went swimming. That's cool, man. Had everybody except Isaiah, because him and Dub are sick right now, so they're just at the house, and then Samantha, because she doesn't live here. But everybody else, like,
that's cool.
Almost the whole gang, which is incredible for the amount of us there are. I forgot I was going. Oh yeah, but he's just getting huge, and he's just a big dude now. He busted his head. Yeah. That's what I was getting to. So me, Miriam, him, and Brady, when they were like little shithead 16-year-olds, we took them up to North Carolina to hang out with Paul because he was up there in the house, and so we stopped at one of those kind of campsites, with like the gravel kind of thing. You set up a tent or whatever. Yeah. We went to take a shower. And it got so slip, he fucking just and hit his fucking head on the sink thing, and like it was bad, dude. Damn. So like we had to like keep him awake, and like we were about to take him to the hospital, but fortunately, like with me and Miriam and our, we were able to elevate and monitor all night. Miriam actually stayed up all night because I finally just.
And those sinks in there, those sinks in there, bro, are rock solid.
Mm-hmm. They will fuck you up, dude. Yeah. And he was a kid, man, but he was fine. Like we kept him elevated the next morning. He was all right. We did the finger thing, all that stuff. Definitely a little bit of a concussion, but
for sure.
But that kid just, Cody once was playing disc golf.
Okay, look. I think we were on PSC's Melton campus.
Yep, yeah, we were. You were like on hole like 6 or 7, I think. It was like the one that like dog legs right a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, right where, and then it backs up.
But I think where stream. I actually did this thing was in the field because we were waiting. Yep. So me and him were throwing. And it's like my first time around weighted discs. I didn't know that's how they work.
Heavy, brother. They got lead in the rim.
And we're kind of playing football-esque type thing. So we're throwing it to somebody who's going out for a pass. Kind of thing. Because we're just fucking off waiting.
Yeah.
And he throws it and I didn't get it and I grabbed it. And I'm thinking he's still way over there. So I go to whip it and I'm not even looking. And when I let go, his nose is like right here. And I like, boom.
Fucking blank, dude.
Dude, and I'm talking like couldn't have got him more center right here. Broke his shit. Dude, broke it.
Correct.
Immediately. And I think you're on the phone or something.
Yeah.
And you're like, hey, I gotta go. Cody just broke my little brother's nose. And I'm
How old was he at this time?
Dude, I don't.
15?
Yeah, he wasn't working yet. It was something I could have went to jail for sure.
But it was an accident. Like,
yes,
he was fine, you know.
But people saw it.
That's crazy,
he is a tough son of a bitch. He is got
his nose to this day. You
can see me
crooked.
On it.
Got my name tatted on his nose.
Got that thing. Let the birthmark on him.
He is a fucking behemoth now, dude.
That's he's
like
last time I saw him,
220, I think, 230. Yeah, he's a big boy.
I was like, dang.
He's a big boy.
My bad about the frisbee thing.
Yeah, you're like, we good?
I'm really glad that I was able to get through my anger by the time he was like 17, 18 and apologize.
Yeah.
Because like there were a few times when I was probably like 26, 27. He just like one of the first times I saw him after living in Austin, he was already getting big, but he wasn't like big yet. And he was a little taller than me and already like buff. And he just picked my ass up, and I just like threw me on the bed. And my phone shattered, and like and I was like, I've been a dick, dude. I've been a shitty big brother sometimes, and I'm really sorry.
We're good, right?
You can super hurt me, and thank God you were the sweetest out of us 6 children, because you have the most power to do some damage if you wanted.
Yeah, it's gnarly.
Big, shit. Big love buddy, dude.
Yeah.
Your whole family's full of love, though. I get good vibes from everybody. It's always been that way.
I'm very thankful for my family. I'm very thankful for them. Man. I had some hard times, just like a lot, but we're in a really good place, which is nice. Especially even after losing Mimi and Pawpaw, which were like the glue.
Yeah.
But like I've never felt tighter with like my immediate family.
Yeah.
Like it's just
that's awesome.
It's going into a very good place.
And building your own little like clan going. That's a whole
community.
Well, I think a lot of that is how that helps. You know what I mean? Whether it is loss or growth like that, that's what brings. That's now the glue. You know what I mean? Is all that happening? Which it sucks during the time, but at the end of the day, it's like it's
Mom's getting healthier. You've known Mom for a long time, and she like actually is like going and helping Amber and picking Amelia up and feeding her and doing shit like that and helping take care of them while Reed works nights and like walked around. Like she got down the stairs by herself, which was like, I mean, I just have like a couple.
Yeah.
No, she went up too. She went up the stairs to show, just for Isaac to show her something, which was incredible because like her health's not always been good enough for that to even be possible. So,
that's awesome, man. That's super cool.
That'll make you want to do it too. When a little kid wants to show you something, you're like, you're letting me in on your world?
Yeah, dude. You got to.
Isaac, Millie, Junie, Hudson, Karina, I don't get to see as much, and then Samantha's other baby. There's so many of us that I gotta forget one. But like just all of them, it really is changing things, and it for the better. Like with family, where we're all, it's just so obvious now. There's like, nope, there's like grandbabies in the mix again.
Dude, I've started to have relationships with like I've always had obviously close relationships with my. No, I just mean like with my close family, like cousins and whatnot, like immediate family, where it was always like we were always all together. You know what I mean? Like whenever we had big family events, and everybody's always like, not trying to save face, but everybody's trying to be positive because we've got everybody together, and we don't see each other often and all that kind of stuff. But now I'm starting to have relationships with them that's more one-on-one. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's like just us sitting there talking or having conversations and like actually seeing them outside of that big family group. And it's like one of the coolest experiences to start having those discussions and like conversations, because it changes how you like look at, like you have no idea what's going on with somebody, you know, but like when you start talking to them about that and like their situation, because like you only see them in these big groups, but then when you actually sit down and talk and it's like, holy shit, you have no.
And as their point of view, they don't feel like they're really seen. They're just like, I don't even know who that really is.
Right, and it's
just see him and he's got stuff going on.
Yeah, and I think it's just because we're all getting to the point where we're, becoming adults. You know what I mean? And like we're understanding, like, these are important to have. Which is really cool.
What we're about to do, which is really cool, and I feel like a long time coming. I feel like we should have done this already. We're about to have his grandpa Docky on.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And I think
that's beautiful, man.
Dude, I'm so fired.
That's absolutely
to take another step. What would be really cool is having Isaac on soon.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know he's not going to be saying a lot. I don't know if this is going to be intimidating him.
I told Mir, like, when I was heading out, I was like, I really would love to have him. Yeah, I don't know how long he could handle it, but it'd be cool.
We could do the shortest, whatever, be like just child episode. And if it's 10 minutes, it's 10 minutes. It's like
and then because he loves both of you, he'd love to play with you guys.
Yeah.
Do a quick podcast, get his opinions. But then just go play.
What is your favorite thing?
Go.
Yeah.
That's the whole podcast.
Purple. I like purple a lot right now. Okay, dude.
Blue and purple right now.
That's dope, dude.
We had that conversation this morning at lunch.
He's like, it used to be red, but I'm really blue and purple now, Dad.
He had a pretty sweet day today, dude. Some kid, it was Teddy's birthday at school. Mm-hmm. He came home with 2 rings, 1 Squirtle and 1 Pikachu that came off of his like cupcakes, or the Pikachu one was still on the cupcake, cool. And Miss Margarita was like, "Yeah, y'all can just take it with you."
That's tight.
Because I was the last one to pick him up today. Well, luckily, we called ahead, but I sold the Blueberry today, so the little Ford Focus is gone.
Oh, word. Okay.
So I was like finishing that off, and the dude forgot to sign his part of the bill of sale, so I had to like haul ass and catch him at the gas station. Get that done, and then so I was the last one to pick him up. But he was just kicking it, playing with toys, having a good time. This Margarita was like cleaning up and stuff, and
that's tight.
Had his backpack already set up. It was awesome. I didn't even have to go to the different folders and shit and put it all together.
Do you remember having a good day as a kid? I mean, yours is a lot closer than ours, but like I remember like a good day would be like getting home, Dragon Ball Z still on TV.
Yeah,
something like that could be enough to be like
a good day.
That made the day.
Yeah.
Or being able to jump trampoline and it's slightly cold outside, like you're like, brother, still sunny out.
Yeah,
got a little bit of chill. Still wearing like a starter jacket.
Yeah,
dude, it's been good vibes.
Bro, mine were always like I had a buddy Anthony that was like in another neighborhood, but he was close enough that like when I was like 12, 13, I was allowed to like ride my bike over there. And like I remember the first time he let me ride his. Or his parents really let me ride his. They had mini bikes. It's like I rode my bike over there, and then like. They were like, yeah, you can ride. And that's when it started. Like, so any day I could go over there and like go hang out with him, and then we'd like tear it. You don't
even knock. You're just out there in the road. You're just like, they're bound to see me. And they're like, the kid's out there again. What's his name? I think he wants our bikes.
Yeah. But any of those, like, you know, that kind of shit when you were a kid.
Yeah.
Or like calling my parents and be like, hey, like Anthony's parents said it was cool if I stayed over, like.
Or lying your way into that.
Yeah.
I think they said it was pretty cool. Did they? Yeah. They said I could tell you that.
Nope, they did.
All right.
Yeah, those were.
Or getting like a phone call where dad's like, "Hey, I'm picking up Whataburger on the way home." You're like, "What?
Yeah.
Burgers tonight?"
Yeah.
But really, it was like buy one get one free burgers.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like we were rolling in it, but it was
we
like
didn't need to know that.
Yeah. Or like the Little Caesars $5 hot and ready's.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I still fuck up a hot and ready.
Yeah.
Or like getting.
Little Caesars actually stepped their game up.
Yeah,
I haven't had their pizza in a while, but last time I had their cheese sticks, I was like, "What is this? This is real. Dude. Yeah, this feels like real bread."
That's like go-to party food for us, man. You get enough people over, get a few Little Caesars.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that's a good move.
It will always end up there. Like even we had a little get together. We had
we always end up at Little Caesars.
Little Lorcana gathering. I've been playing Lorcana. It's like Magic the Gathering, but
I've
Disney.
Seen that.
It's super fun. Yeah. It's like it's a lot of fun.
It's a Disney version.
Disney card game. Yeah, but you still like tap shit and like. There's a few differences. Like you don't actually draw mana. Anything can be mana except for like a few things. So you have to like decide: do I want to use this Mickey, or do I want to ink him so I can play something else? Like, that's basically how mana pool works in that. It's super fun, and I don't even remember where I was going with that. I'm sorry.
We were talking about Little Caesars.
Little Caesars. So we were having a Lorcana thing, and Marianne's friend Heiju came over, and even though we were doing lasagna that day, like few boxes of Little Caesars.
Yeah,
just like I had only had so much cheese
like
and bread. I needed more, so she showed up. She pulled in clutch, dude.
That's tight.
He starts showing up to family events, like not even invited. He's like, "I got the Little Caesars. Don't worry about it." And he slides like a $5 gift card for like Little Caesars later. He's like, "It's on the house. Don't worry about it." He becomes like an Italian mob boss for some reason.
I got it covered, dude.
He's like, "I'm sorry about your loss. Here's your."
Yeah.
It's on the house. He's like, just say you're with me. Like you go to Little Caesar. Yeah, Josh said. My name. Yeah, Kitty said we're good. He's like, I got you. We're good. The works.
Use my code.
Take care of them.
Use my code at Little Caesars for 10% off.
Oh fuck!
Damn, Kitty is in a Little Caesars gang.
A little bit.
Mob boss.
I respect it.
Mob ties.
I respect it.
Is there anything fun coming up?
Just hanging out at the house right now, man. Yeah. Might have to go to Florida for pickups for that. Which that'll be interesting. Because they're in Italy right now. I needed a break. I did like 3 weeks, and I was just like, I'm taking a break.
Yeah. When it gets colder and you have that fire pit, dude, we should do like some sort of movie night or
that'd be fun.
Fucking game.
Yeah, I'd say that is what like I don't know why I'm trying to train myself not to do that. Like exciting. I'm tired of going to work head, but like that shit. I got to build that fire pit. That's exciting.
Yeah,
it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
thinking about like taking some boards too and like making something to cover it, so that way I don't just have a giant hole and liability in my yard. You know, so especially since I don't have fences and shit. But that'll be fun. I'm really looking forward to working with that. Just been playing at the creek and keep taking Isaac out there. And
hell yeah, dude.
And you'll have like behind your house is like wide enough open that I feel like you can really see stars whenever it gets dark.
Yeah,
and you'll have far enough away from the light to see it.
Yeah, so it's a decent. I mean, you can see Orion in full force, which is cool, even on like a half moon. You know, so. Like, they do get nice out there, man.
Yeah, I remember that because we were hanging out, like, after we ate and everything, we went out there and hung out for a little bit, and it was, like, lit up.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Pretty.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, I'm stoked for, like, even for it to cool down a little bit and be able to hang out on the patio and, like, not be drenched in sweat. You know what I mean? Like, slow. Like, even today, it was rainy and kind of boo-boo, but, like, getting out of the car and it not be... 95 degrees.
Yeah, what was it, like 3 weeks ago? It had nice chill for like a week.
Yeah, there was like 2 days.
It wasn't cold by any means, but it was like, it didn't knock your dick in the door as soon as you got out.
We're getting there, man. I'm looking forward to it. Because that's like, we're in September now, so fair's next month, so that'll be fun.
Oh, yeah.
Things are going to start cooling down a bit. Yeah. Slow down, the sun's setting quicker and quicker, which is nice.
Yeah, that'll be nice. That'll be cool.
Yeah, well, I think we're going to get out of here. Before we do you want to sign the wall with any of those markers? Sign over there, the Wall of Fame.
Wall of Fame, baby.
Dude, your father. Maybe you want to never forget about your son, just in case, like, you wake up and your memory is just totally lost because Men in Black hit you or something. Yeah. Johnny Mumbles Tattoo
Studio, baby.
Dude, Sacred Grounds Tattoo Studio might be able to get you a little father-son piece,
Yeah.
Isaac's about old enough to get a tattoo.
He's about old enough.
I really appreciate the art of tattoo, and I've purchased like prints and stuff, but I've made it to 32 years old, and I don't have a single.
Not even a one.
Not one,
brother.
So it's like,
we'll work on Isaac.
At this point,
well, let us talk to Isaac.
Yeah.
No,
let us a good 10 years with him.
And like buy some prints though.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. He's got, Johnny's got all that shit, dude.
He's crazy. He commissions anything too. Like if you want something done really well.
Yeah.
I mean, his mind is crazy. You give him an idea, he'll run with it.
Yeah.
He tattoos the biggest stars you can think of on the road. Might be tattooing.
Can't give it away.
Something that rhymes with.
Hey, calm down. It's right next to the other water.
You know when you're drinking by yourself?
Yeah.
And maybe you toast alone?
Okay. All right. Okay. Calm down.
Right, dude.
Come on, man.
I'm just saying, brother.
Come on, man.
I'll let you go wild with that.
Yeah, you wild for that.
But, I mean, that's how high quality he is.
Yeah. I mean, you see the stuff on his Instagram, bro. At Johnny Mumbles. And if you don't, go give it a follow. Yeah,
at Johnny Mumbles, at Sacred Ground Tattoo Studio.
Yeah.
The whole crew over there is doing big things. Mackenzie's doing big things. Cheyenne's doing big things.
Killers, bro.
I'm pretty sure they have... I don't know if it's an apprentice under them or if she's just shadowing in the same place. But a girl named Gwen is there now. Or she's just spending a lot of time there.
Yeah.
I think she's going to be tattooing there eventually. Mm-hmm. Or she's learning the ropes with them people. All great people, though. All good vibes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. For sure.
Good vibes and sunshine and happy faces. And
if you're trying to get work done, that's the place to be.
Johnny Mumbles.
Definitely check them out. Check him out. Check Sacred Grounds out. Go in there, say what's up, tell him we sent you. Get some work done, for sure.
Another fellow father.
Yeah.
Another great guy.
Yeah. Great guy. Hell yeah.
Took so long.
Good shit, dog. Well, bro, thank you so much for coming. We really appreciate it, man.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, this was really good, dude. I needed this, especially just to kick it.
Yeah.
I gotta pee, and then I think we should smoke a cigarette and hang out for a minute, if that's cool.
Sounds good. All right, hell yeah. Well, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. We're getting the fuck up out of here. We love it.
Oh, we need to take the photo.
Yes, sir.